right, welcome to the podcast. My name is Caleb.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Nate.
And we're the Cos-Bros.
Cos-Bros.
And welcome back. We have a special edition WonderCon 2022 cosplay coming live. And this was my WonderCon virginity take.
Popping that shit. I like it.
Popping that chair. Hey, that place was cool. I really liked it. It's a different type of scenery. WonderCon is actually out in Anaheim, right next to Disneyland. So it was a really cool experience because we walked into the Hilton Hotel and it's literally walking distance to Disneyland. And like all the kids are like shocked.
One of the nice things about WonderCon is simply just walking to it and you see all the families that are there just for Disneyland and then all the kids getting this added bonus too.
And there was a ton of awesome experience and moments. And let's talk about some of those. Starting with our boy Star-Lord. I mean, you just got a brand new like whole Star-Lord get up.
Yeah, so I do need to talk about that. Basically, I did get a new jacket and boots were like polished up as well. And then, dude, also you helped with those blasters
that
as well,
fun,
like buffering those up a bit.
They looked, honestly, I kept seeing them out and stuff, and I was like, done well, my friend. I was just grinding on them, and I was like, man, this is so much fun. They ain't perfect, but they, you know, it was such a fun project to work on.
But still, like, it was great just to kind of like rock that. It was just great having Maya Brown there again, reprising her Gamora as well, with a suit that she made in 2 days. That was the one thing that kind of impressed me. Like, 2 days you made this.
I like that she added a little bit more color into little pizzazz into it. It looked great.
Yeah, she added a little
looked
blue
good.
to it, but it was you know, we've been looking at some of the photos that Ed took of us, and so good. Like literally, we were at the Marvel shoot, and we decided, you know what, let's break away from it. Right when they were doing the Guardians shoot, and we're like, oh dang, we missed that, but we got some better photos. I think
as long as you got the Guardians like of your choice. It's like I love the group pics, but sometimes it's like when there's too many of the same characters.
It's like you're playing Where's Waldo sometimes.
Exactly.
Right.
But I think even more than that, you know, I was able to. My brother and I, we did like an indie and Sala shoot as well. Like we were there doing that on Friday. Got to meet Richard Cook, who's like, if anyone doesn't know, he does a really good Dr. Jones cosplay. So we just were hanging around and just.
Was that? Oh, was that the Sean Connery guy?
Yeah, the Sean Connery guy.
Right. He was hyped probably when he saw you guys, right?
Oh yeah, I think we were the first ones he came across. I think on Sunday there was a few more, and actually there's some really good indie cosplays.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But you know, we had DC on Sunday, so even that was great. But we'll get into that later. So, but yeah, it was just good, just hanging out there, and it didn't feel overwhelming. Like it felt like because there was like a lot of policies in place, the people who did show up were the ones who were really committed to it. So you just had the good vibes there all in general.
Definitely one thing I will say about WonderCon was I was like, dude, I kind of wish I didn't buy the ticket on Saturday. Spend the $55 because I was like, the only time I went inside was to take the Marvel picture, and it was just such a better experience for me personally outside of it because you know you have those fountains. It was actually a perfect weather because it was so overcast the whole time.
Yeah, that was something grateful.
Yeah, it was so nice. You know, when you're wearing the cap suits or when I was wearing my Daredevil suit, I didn't feel like really too overwhelmed with the heat. And so it was just, and that's kind of where everyone was kind of migrating. I felt like inside it was just kind of like, it was still cool in there, but even with like more Comic-Con events, I personally kind of like hanging outside more. It's kind of my spot.
And if you're going for cosplay and to hang out with cosplays, that is usually how most conventions goes. I've been to multiple Northern California and Southern California, and that's pretty much the norm. If you're there for the cosplay, you're rarely going to go inside and actually check anything out. You just don't care to because your priorities are elsewhere. You know?
Honestly, the only one that you would want to do that is at San Diego Comic-Con, and it's only because they have it in August or July, and the weather is just
brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah, you don't want to be posting for pictures outside of that.
It's deathly. Honestly, went inside like 2 times. The first day I was like looking around. I was in my cap suit and dude, it was such a cool moment. We walked by Rob Liefeld signing like, you know, people autographs and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that's creator Deadpool. And I kind of like geeked out because like I had just like last year watched his documentary about like them making an Image Comics. So like, you know, I had like a lot of admiration to the guy. I think he was like really cool how they just grew that, you know, into like $1 million business.
Absolutely.
And then he's like saw us and he like stopped and like stared at our costumes for a second. But he was just like, man, your costumes look epic. And he was just so nice. And like that was like mad encouraging, you know, hearing like a comic book creator. And I think he's actually the one, and I know you're gonna know exactly what Captain America picture I'm talking about, with the huge chest. Didn't he draw that?
I'm pretty sure that is.
That was it was totally him, man.
The most disturbing comic book drawing I've known to man, really.
It was, man. And speaking back to like me helping our boy Nathan out, our boy Matt right here.
Yeah.
If you can see it, I probably can. This is his custom shield. And it was my first time getting to bring actually Captain America to a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So I did Civil War. And
dude, I've seen some of your pictures already, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, who has pictures?
Didn't you post some of them?
Oh, the pictures I posted. Yeah. I didn't get like too many pictures because I was just like, for me, when I'm at the Comic-Con conventions, I just like kind of like to vibe and stuff.
But
and,
like even what I saw, like it was popping in the
heck yeah, it was so much fun.
You did some shield throws where you tried to create the optical.
Yeah, a little bit. I was like pulling it out of the hand, you kind of holding it. But man, it was so much fun. Captain America has always been like, I would say actually my favorite MCU character. Like, I mean, you can count like Daredevil and stuff, but I'm talking about like the real MCU, like Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, all those characters. I mean, in the later years, it did kind of turn into Thor, but I just not a character. I can like cosplay as because like I just can't grow facial hair. You know what I mean?
Or anything like that.
No. We got our boy right here, Matt, and he actually he makes a killer Thor, which is like a weird when you saw the pictures. I was like, oh, dude, that guy's killing it. And he was like, I did Captain America the first day, and then I actually did Spider-Man for the first half of the day.
Right.
I was waiting on my helmet to get fixed by a good friend, Griffin Costumes. Thank goodness we got him. Got it delivered right when we needed it. Yeah. And I switched over to Captain America later in the day. And then the next day went back as Daredevil, Man Without Fear, And
that's all
I got some my new boots and just a couple different pieces that were like Velcroed on and more secure. And then also my neck piece. And it just kind of takes it to another level. Yeah. Speaking of another level, we always see our boy Matt. He's always rocking cap. He's the definitive cap. And so I definitely made sure I was like, hey, I'm doing cap first day, bro. Okay. I was like, no. But because he's got the killer Endgame suit, and we've seen him rock that, but he took it to a new level with this Comic-Con event. Right?
Yeah. So why don't you talk a little bit about your experience, man? Like, what did you end up doing?
My experience. Oh man, I love WonderCon first and foremost. It's one of my favorites. It's got all the excitement of San Diego Comic-Con, but it's just a smaller scale. And then, like you were saying, with uncertain policies being in place and policies that weren't necessarily favored by the masses, it was even more of a smaller crowd, a little more intimate setting. So everyone you did connect with, you just felt like a more genuine connection than you did in the past. It's great. I love that feeling. It's one of the best parts about the cosplay community. But yeah, getting back to what I did. So this is a first for me as well when it comes to conventions, besides doing just Marvel and DC characters. Well, I guess I did Final Fantasy at one point, but this is my first time busting out Obi-Wan in any capacity for convention. And I feel like it was pretty well received. Like I didn't make it to any of the Star Wars photo shoots or anything like that, but we met that incredible Count Dooku guy. He was so cool.
Good energy.
Guy spoke his truth no matter what he was saying.
Yeah, he was all
good time.
Good time. Like,
loved it. Got some good pics with him, and it was just everyone was just coming up asking if I was hyped about the Kenobi series, and it was just great times. And then I also had to spend some time helping out with my nonprofit that I'm part of, the Science Fiction Coalition. So I got to pass word along about that to a bigger community up in Los Angeles. Nice. Got some few people interested in joining, so that's always great. And then Saturday, I busted out the in-game cap, which was nice because I had an older commission who returned and he wanted some more upgrades to his suit. And one of the things he told me initially was he wanted the suits to be more screen accurate, which is, if you see the in-game suit, his scales in particular definitely have like that sheen, that metallic gloss to him, right? And so that's what I did. And when I got done doing his scales, my suit was hanging up on the wall next to me, and I looked at mine, looked at his, and I was like, I'm just gonna do mine real quick. That was pretty damn nice.
Well, how did you do that, if you don't mind me asking?
So for that, I used my airbrush. I took my metallic acrylic paint that I used to do my battle damage marks. I just poured some of that in there, and then
like a lot, or like just a little bit,
like a quarter, and then about like a half of the rest of the thing with water. To thin it out.
Thin it out, super thin.
And then just went to town with it, and
really light, or just like pretty like evenly?
It was even as even as I could with the lighting that I had, and so I got to debut that, and just looking at the photos, like, yep, there it is. Like I kept thinking that suit was finalized like a year ago, but I keep finding new little tweaks that I can make to it to make
Oh,
it
it's-
better.
It's like any kind of good work. It's like you're always going to find ways to just build off.
Right.
It's like it's never really fully done.
No. And then again, huge shout out to Griffin Costumes for finishing your helmet, because then we got the double dip and I got to wear that, and I never have a helmet for my cap costumes, so that was just
it takes it to the new level. Like luckily for him, he can like rock the cap look without the helmet, and like people are like, ooh, yeah, this cap. Me, I would never do that shit. Like I had
the helmet, and that's always great, but then on top of the helmet, our boy here also has some special effects experience.
Not really. It was like the third or fourth time, but the first time doing this,
it still worked, you know. And so he
well.
loosely recreated the the dirt and blood all over the face.
And you got some really cool pictures. That one guy, Ivan Alberto.
Oh yeah, he got some great shots.
He got some really. I remember. I felt like I was like over the corner getting one of those shots too. I was like, hey, dude, that was super cool.
So by the way, maybe we should do a shout out actually to our boy Ed, who was taking
a speaking of our photographer,
photo.
Yes.
Photography. Really awesome guy. He came out, stayed with us for the weekend. He got some really cool pictures of you. And I've seen one of you guys, you and Gamora. I haven't seen any of me, but he only got a couple. I was like, hey, let's go hang out with the people. Well, just vibing, you know?
Actually, I want to give a big shout out to him, because on Sunday, that was actually my highlight of the whole weekend. And it wasn't actually something of me. It was actually from my brother. You know, he rarely gets cosplay photos, but he did an awesome penguin from the Batman. And I was able to hook up with Corruption Cosplay, who has a great Pattinson bat suit. And the photos are coming out looking so good. They look so cinematic. And I couldn't be more proud for my bro, because I'm like, and even Ed, I'm like, dude, you had a good eye for like ideas like how to shoot this. So the guy comes through.
He's got a really good heart. I was bummed because he has a Shang-Chi costume, pretty good one.
He does.
Right. And I was like, did you bring your Shang-Chi costume? And he's like, oh no, you know. And like I gave him a hard time the other time. I was like, hey, come on, bro. Hey, everyone teaches them, you know.
We were trying to convince him.
Oh, we almost got him in the Red Hood.
Yeah, we'll get him there. We'll get him there.
Yeah, we'll get him there.
We're coming for you, Ed.
We love you.
We're gonna get you in a suit.
Yeah, so many awesome people. We really had so much fun, right?
Right.
It's kind of interesting to see you guys work every morning, just like as you guys are piecing together your cosplay, because like someone's like, hey, I need this hairspray, or hey, I need this makeup, and you're like just handing it to each other. And it's almost kind of like, you know,
we're all there for each other, you know,
help
each other out, because there's going to be something you forget. And it's just the nature. It's just the nature. Murphy's Law is going to kick into effect at some point for conventions, and
something you can forget or something you break. And
on
to our next thing, something you break. He actually was like, hey, are we going to talk about something you break? And me and Matt were like, oh, we were good this time. That super glue was holding up this time. You know? But I heard that we had some issues.
There was some issues. So day one, when I was just, you know, we had checked into our hotel and I'm getting my indie suit together because I was trying to iron my pants.
Yeah,
you know? Someone had set it all the way to max and I should have checked it. And literally I burned a hole right in the seam of the pants. You don't see it in the photos, but
such a thing.
But here's the thing, it's great.
My gosh.
They're only $5 pants. So
they were how much?
$5. I got picked them up at a thrift store, you know.
Wait, your Star-Lord pants?
No, indie pants.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay,
yeah, so it's like that's something that doesn't show up in the photographs, but seriously, it kind of almost set the tone of like, am I gonna have one of those weekends?
Yeah.
Literally, it didn't turn out that way. Actually, trying to be a great weekend, but that was like the one mishap that happened, and I was like, okay, I feel good.
Yeah, I was somehow lucky enough this time. Usually I'm always breaking shit. Like I remember my Daredevil helmet, literally, like I'm pretty sure it ripped on the live. You guys weren't on it at the time.
I think Jake was watching. He was telling me.
Oh my God. I was like trying it. Oh my God, it's terrible. But it's still kicking a little bit later. I don't know how much longer it's got, but like she's holding on.
Every time you put it on, we're pleasantly surprised.
Right? I know, dude. That's why like it sucks. Like I want to wear it more, but it's like crap, dude. I don't also wanted to get it messed up, you know? But hey, man, we really did have an epic time. And speaking of epic times, what would you guys say was your favorite moment, Matt?
Oh God, putting him on the spot.
Or a couple. It doesn't always have to be number one.
There's
a couple, you know, some memorable moments.
Oh man. Okay, so favorite moments. Honestly, probably it would have to be Friday night. Or Friday when we first got there and we were all just kind of together, just taking it all in for the first time. Like that first initial, all right, we're here. This is WonderCon weekend, baby. Let's go like that. I love that.
I did read one of your comments to the group, like, you know, that was like your favorite part is like you just like observing and just like soaking it all in.
Like I'm the worst at enjoying conventions because everyone's there, they're making memories and documenting it and taking photos and everything, asking people for photos. And I'm just like, y'all are having a blast. The
I'm
energy's
having fun.
great.
No, but
I'm good. Like I don't need to do anything else
No, and
besides that, you know.
But that's why I kind of feel like also one of my favorite moments. Sorry not to steal your thunder, but one of my favorite moments was just watching my bro get a better experience from it. Like him doing his Sala and everyone receiving that very well. Everyone seeing his penguin on Sunday and receiving that very well was just a highlight for me. It's like, I don't care. I can do Star-Lord any day.
Yeah,
he had a great time, and that's what I'm kind of
honestly. I'm a big vibe like setter, and I love like bringing up the vibes for people. And like your bro, like honestly,
he's like first time meeting him as well.
And I just really liked him. I just like off the jump, there's some good energy. Like I had his back. I was always like encouraging him. And he's just such a nice guy. Like and it's just like those people that are just so nice. You have the goodest hearts, you can tell, and they just come to themselves. I feel like it's like always my responsibility. You know?
No, that's
I did it. No, but like always like my job to like encourage people and bring them up. Like my favorite part about being in Comic-Cons is like being able to just be like this Energizer bunny of like positive energy, you know, and like constantly like hey man, your costume looks awesome, like touching people, like you know, like letting them know they're doing a good job. And his costumes actually each day were incredible. I was surprised his Jedi was so good, bro.
His Jedi was really good. And it was like, you know,
was that his Jedi costume?
Yeah, I think he made some of the pieces from scratch. A lot of them were also pieces he had bought.
I was very surprised because like usually when I watch I have a couple, I don't know when I'm saying watch, I have a couple like Amazon Jedi suits, and like I just didn't know that he like cosplayed at least a little bit, and I thought he was just gonna have one of those cheap like $100 Amazon.
Surprisingly, that's his comfort like cosplay. Like, you know, like we all have that one cosplay. It's like, you know what? I don't want to wear leather. I don't want to wear all these pieces. I just want to be comfortable and relaxed. That's his go-to.
I need to talk to him because I feel like my Jedi costume is one of my most uncomfortable.
What? Really? Is it your boots or what?
No, the boots definitely don't help.
Okay.
Is it the pressure trying to be Obi-Wan though?
Maybe because he's the goat, you know. But no, it's like the belt piece for me because it's not quite tight enough, and so
so you're
all
kind
the
of
stuff I put on there is just like. I'm constantly worried that it's like sagging one way or the other. Like nothing is secure.
Like, Velcro on it, or
I should. I really
that would probably just be it, right?
Yeah, probably.
So if you can just like put it in those right areas, dude, because that's the worst, man. I know exactly what you're talking about, and then you're worried about like, is my like, but for me it was like the Daredevil. It's like, is it the coming out the little thing? So I just put some Velcro in there, kind of does the trick, you know?
Right, exactly. So like, there's a lot of great moments I think I had. Like I mentioned my bro. I mentioned like doing the indie cosplay. I think if anything, just also, I always do this as a tradition, doing a dance party, you know, and there was like on Saturday, I guess the guys, they always do like a good, like, you know, line dancing dance party. They'll try and do like a dance circles. That's always something I look forward to. So getting to do that one, at least, was also
awesome, man. Heck yeah. Was it like Guardians themed or was it?
No. I think they were just hip hop, you know.
I just got pictures for that. And I will say this, guys. You know, when your friendly neighborhood spy brand brings that heat, we'll bring out my big ass speaker and we'll be holding the spot. So much fun when you have the music. As soon as we ran into Chief Geek Photography, he's a cool ass cat. That's my first time meeting him.
It's dope.
And
he was bringing vibes too, man.
I like that guy. He's good. I love people that have good high energy.
Yeah.
But there's not all like where it's like all about me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, hey, let's all like vibe out. As soon as like the high energy about me, I'm like, bro, I'm going over here. You know, which was not anything that we were experiencing in WonderCon.
No,
everyone was actually really cool, and like at first Friday, I was like, man, are we gonna see like any like goat cosplays? And then like Saturday comes around, and I was like, oh man, everyone here is doing A game. Like, you know, like.
Speaking of which, I want to ask you guys, were there any cosplays that you saw that just stuck out as like, oh my gosh, this is freaking good? Was there any one of those that
Matt's endgame suit? Because I'll be honest, bro, because he had the makeup, and I'm partial, you know, and then that shit look clean.
Well, I'll say, like, there were a few that I saw at the Masquerade that were also, I think, showing off, like, on Saturday as well. Like, I think there was, like, this Mecha Deadpool, which I thought was really good. He was standing over, like, 9 feet tall because he was on stilts. So trying to get in and out of the convention center was a pain in the butt, but that was very well detailed. There were also some Friday Night at Freddy's cosplayers, which I thought were really good. They just, like, hung out at this pillar looking like lifeless, and then they would just move and glitch open. It's like, oh, okay, that's commitment right there.
That was some nightmare fuel for me. The one that stood out the most was this Master Chief that was there. Halo Infinite Master Chief has been nicknamed Beefcake Master Chief because he's so thick now. Like he's just a big dude. And this, I don't know the guy's name. I didn't get to talk to him really besides compliment him, but he got the size and proportions down for Master Chief down to a T.
Sweet.
And it was just, the detailing was immaculate. His undersuit, usually the undersuit is where like the detailing kind of falls off because who cares? It's just it's the undersuit, but he had everything down to a science, man. That was a great suit. It was awesome.
So cool. So cool. And I didn't get to talk about my favorite moment, and this is going to segue right into it.
Okay.
We had the group of Ironmen there, which was so cool.
Right.
And I will say, frankly, Bill was probably my favorite cosplayer there. Well, not favorite cosplayer, but like one of my favorite cosplays because honestly, I've been a big, like, I guess you could say fan of Frankly Built stuff. I watch a lot of his YouTube videos and just been following his content for a while. So like when I ran into him and I was in my Civil War suit, it was just so cool. You know what I mean? Because I was like, oh man, like we recreated the pic and like we vibed, and he was like actually a really nice, cool, down to earth guy. So it was really cool, like getting to meet him, and you know, there's just like not that many people like that I like cosplayers, I guess, not people, but cosplayers that I like look up to a lot. You know what I mean? But for me, like I really look up to him because like he's like a full-time like United States Air Force worker. I don't know what he does exactly in the Air Force, but like dude like goes crazy. Like he makes so many props, and on top of that, he makes like content for like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and like all his stuff is like really good and it's really informative. It gives you a lot of information about how to 3D print, and like he has videos as simple as like how to 3D print your face, you know, and like yeah, so you can have that, so you can get helmet bolts and stuff
to it. Yeah,
it's really cool. And not 3D print your face, but 3D design like in your face to a program, so that whenever you like go and put it like, and then he'll show you like how to like
when you start like building like a almost kind of like
a helmet or something,
with your face really well.
Exactly. So he'll show you how to like put the helmet over the face and like get it to widen out in certain areas and stuff. It's just like dude has some really awesome content, and like I'm just geeking out just talking about it. And so if you're watching this, Frankly Built, appreciate hanging out and just being like, it's just like people like that, you know, that like are at a different level than a lot of us, you know, but they're like so down to earth, and like because I feel like that sometimes can get a little lacking in the cosplay community, because most of the time it's everyone's really cool.
Yeah, and actually that's one thing I did kind of like about this time around, because it was a smaller crowd, and we had talked about this many times. I feel like the ones who do show up and deliver were the ones who were there, and they were the ones who were vibing with
everyone. Was really like good vibes. Yeah, everyone was having a great time.
But I feel like those were the people, like you were talking about Frankly Built, but I feel like there's other ones there who are all about the community. They're all about the ethic. They're all about like, really just being there for that. And it's like,
I didn't get any bad vibes like this Comic-Con at all. Like there was like one person that I was kind of like, oh, you know, like, but like it wasn't even that bad, you know what I mean? Like it was like such a good time, and like I just had a freaking blast, and like meeting a ton of people, and like,
which I feel like is what a convention should be about.
It should be,
like, it should be like you're not just getting away from your mundane life of just work, but it's also just you're meeting people, you're really interacting with people.
It was like so overwhelming to the point where like I would be meeting people and like finding out later, like we were following each other on Instagram. You know what I mean? You're like, oh crap! I like wish I would like kind of recognized you.
Oh,
like,
dude, I'm
there was one Captain Carter.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was kind of like we were taking pictures and stuff. I wish I would have been like, hey, what's up? But like I didn't even notice like we were like really like friends until.
Oh yeah, it's terrible because like cosplayers are shapeshifters, so it's like you can see and interact with that person through Instagram daily, and then when you see them in person, you're gonna be like,
I can't recognize you.
Who are you?
Actually, that happened. I know I brought this up, but there's one cosplayer who she knows me, Supoke cosplay, but she bumped into me, but it was only half a second. It took me a minute to be like, how do I know you again? It was like,
that's better than I ever do. I'll literally have full blown conversations, and they'll be like, oh yeah, we follow each other. I'm like, I'm sorry,
dude. That was like Crisis Cosplay. You know who he is, the Red Hood?
Yeah.
I met him and like his mom the first day. We were like having a full on conversation, and then like I was like, oh, I was bummed I didn't see you today, bro. And I was like, wait, was that him? Because like I just saw he was like he's a younger guy, but he's like taller than me. You know what I mean? Like, and so I didn't really know it was him. And then like we reconvened the next day. It's kind of funny how it works. Like
it all works itself out. I know, like all of us, like after we go through a big weekend like this, we get what's called, was it like the Comic-Con blues or something like that? Where it's like
con depression is what I call it.
Yeah, I don't know. How long did it take for you guys to recover
This is honestly the first time it's really hit me.
Really?
I don't know. I'm still kind of struggling with it. I'm not gonna lie. These Monday and Tuesday, I was definitely in the dumps for a good bit. I'm not gonna lie.
It didn't hit me this time.
Yeah,
luckily.
and just to be clear with everyone, this isn't like, just exhaustion from the weekend. It's just like, oh, you build up so much for this weekend. And
not only that, but the just like amount of dopamine your brain is releasing.
Exactly.
You're having all these conversations with all these people and just like.
And then you come back to reality, and it's like, oh yeah,
you're not in your costume anymore.
Right, that's that. I'll see you guys hopefully next year or whenever the hell the next convention is.
It's been quite different for me. Like I know like it's hit for some people, but I think for me it's actually started things rolling again. Like I'm already making conversations with people like for April and May, like, hey, let's do this.
Right.
And it's already starting
to
kick
in. Speaking of which, let's do this. Man, we met with our boy Cree that does the Moon Knight, and we're doing it. The Marvel Night shoot. We got freaking Punisher. He'll rock my stuff with the trench coat. With the trench coat. I'm getting it back soon.
Okay.
And then we got Daredevil, and then I know it's weird for you, but we're doing Spidey. You look damn good in the Spidey suit, bro.
You need to do Spidey more. You're talking about the black Spidey, right?
No, it'll be
we're doing classic. We're gonna do like a red and blue. I'm trying to think. Yeah. It might be that classic one I have, or maybe even like the Into the Spider-Verse would kind of work into it.
Either one, man.
And speaking of going back to classic, night shoots. Can we just give a shout out to Eros for his amazing debut at a con as his bullseye?
Ooh, that was good.
He had the white contacts. He had the look. He had the card. Like,
that was glorious.
He was so committed to it.
We got some actually awesome pictures back today from one of our photographers that we're shooting some stuff with, and yeah, they look cool, honestly. Man. I didn't get a chance to post them.
Our boy Eros, man, he rocked that.
He's a great cosplayer, man. He's a good guy, too. You guys gotta check out his stuff.
Backstage cosplay. Saw that in the previous episode.
Honestly, like, more than anything, one of the better cosplay creators, in my opinion, because, he's gonna make sure he cares about the orders, and that's his job. Yeah. Like, it's like fulfilling or SE orders, so he really takes
with
it
13
serious.
printers, he better.
Yeah, I think he just had like 2 more.
Yeah, they just picked up 2 more in the store yesterday.
Yeah. I'm keeping track on it. It's like, I got 13. Then
let me get one.
No. Let me
get one.
Not performing too well.
I want one. Yeah, the one that's not performing too well. The brand new people that have never printed. Like, let's
good enough for me.
Get these half-ass prints.
Oh shit!
But hey, we had an incredible time at WonderCon, and I'm trying to think like, what's the next Comic-Con event that we're on?
A lot of people are getting geared up for Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, I think that's the big
really convention.
How much is
Star
that
Wars?
Now?
But
I don't know. I think right now the tickets were probably Comic-Con prices.
No, I heard they were more.
Yeah, they're usually pretty pricey.
Well,
yeah, so everyone keeps acting like there were so much more or something.
Yeah,
I would low key be so down to just like do a day of like Mando Obi-Wan.
That'd be kind of nice.
Do you have a Star Wars costume?
Jeez, I don't, and I really need to find one pretty fast.
I keep saying he could do a Qui-Gon because he's got like the
facial.
Yeah, it would actually look good. We got Obi and Qui-Gon,
and he's taller than me, like Qui-Gon.
And honestly, I feel like I would be like a goated. I was gonna say Anakin, but I can't even be like serious right now because it would be like the most. I do have a big cheap ass Anakin costume with the glove, and I don't even think I put it on.
I can just imagine you going there with this dopey face on yourself. It's like just like
my face would be terrible for Anakin.
Yo, actually, you would work pretty well for episode 2, Anakin.
I
could actually do real well.
Just have like the.
Yeah, the little Padawan rat tail.
I'm taking him now. I love to have that. Honestly, I just feel like my Star Wars character is a Mandalorian now, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would definitely bust that out for sure.
I would have to also say, kind of go back to the cons. Like, I think the next one I want to try and go to is Comic-Con Revolution up in Ontario,
Northern Hollywood.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
But I'm gonna probably just do like the one day. If I
just go up one day. Yeah, I'd be down.
Just probably Star-Lord again. Why not?
Daredevil Yellow.
Daredevil Yellow. Yeah, do your Daredevil.
Hopefully,
do it.
Yeah, we're waiting on a couple more pieces. So we got Comic-Con Revolution. Maybe all of us, who knows? So you were saying that, so I'm like, hey, 2 hours
And if you guys are going to try to go to Star Wars Celebration, I'll try and see if I can get a ticket.
When is that?
May?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's to come like
if you guys are
going,
the
hype
maybe
for Kenobi. Yeah,
if you guys are going, then maybe
go, great. But
I just know I'll be in the sea of Mandos there.
Yeah.
But there's only one, because I could bring you in warm.
You can also do Anakin.
No, definitely not, brother. It's
No.
got to get the season 2 pieces, and I got to get the viral blade and the jetpack. But she's coming up there, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I saw a bunch of Mandos there, and I'll be honest, I was like,
oh, can I
not
actually
mine.
Can I actually say something about the Mandos? Like they have the masquerade costume contest every year at WonderCon. I was laughing my ass off when like half of the contestants were all wearing Mando suits.
Was it the same like Din Djarin Mando or?
Pretty much, but their own variations of like, how does this count?
Well, yeah, they're doing the variations. They're probably doing their own because there was a bunch of different ones.
Different little tweaks.
I don't know.
But there was like, I'll be honest, I saw a bunch of them, and I'm like, oh, you know.
Honestly, it just felt like the Mando show after that. It's like, you know, what Mando 1, Mando 2, Mando 3. I'm like, literally, I was thinking, why don't you just play that for the whole thing?
Yo, we're the Cos-Bros, and we are straight hating right now.
I'm not hating.
I'm
just
I'm
saying,
here.
I like to see more variety.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I didn't even ever care. I was so bummed when they were like, "Oh yeah, the show is gonna be called The Mandalorian." I was like, Boba Fett type of show. I was like, dude. I mean, I read a lot of the Star Wars comics. They're all Jedi based. I didn't like the whole like. And I'd read some with Mandalorian stuff, but I never connected to the characters.
Nope.
But man, once our boy Din Djarin hit the screen, like after
I
like,
became a believer.
I was like, yes, Papa.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, and I was like,
Way
yes.
better.
And, like he's the man, dude, and he's actually become my favorite Star Wars character. You know, we're surprisingly like he used to be Obi-Wan, and I still love Obi. But it's just, man, the last 3 seasons of Mando have given so much growth and development for the character that you can't have in a single movie, you know? So it's like...
But at the same time, we're getting Ewan McGregor back.
It's going to be different, though. It's not going to be the same.
I don't know.
I think it's still going to be great, though.
I think he's going to be able to carry it back.
Bro.
I think he's going to be able to revive that.
If anyone could, bro, it's freaking our boy, dude. He never let it go.
It's like there's been so much promotional material with Ewan McGregor. I feel like he's going to bring it for sure.
Oh, without that, no one's saying he's not, dude.
No, but I feel like the show's going to deliver on that.
Yeah, let's hope so. Hey, thank you guys so much for viewing. We are the Cos-Bros. We had an awesome time at WonderCon. Hey, and honestly, we just said Comic-Con Revolution is going to be our next one. If you're going to be going there or San Diego Comic-Con, make sure to leave a comment below so that we can meet up with you. Yes. We would love to meet up with you guys.
Meeting up
yes, we do.
Meet you guys and kick it vibe because honestly, that's my favorite part is like
we bring the vibes.
Right. Well, not only bringing the vibes, but like it just like would make me very happy. Someone's like, "Hey, we watch your YouTube videos." Like, heck yeah, man! Like it's so much deeper than like, "Oh, I follow you on Instagram." It's like you're committing time to spend this with us, and so we really appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And,
so feel free to please subscribe as well.
Yeah. Leave that subscribe, share, leave a like, comment with any of your fellow cosplayers or nerds that are interested in hearing about comic books and all that entails in that world.
Right.
We will talk with you guys later. We're the Cos-Bros, and we're out.
See ya.
Peace out.